What a game. It was fun to coach. It was fun to watch both teams compete. I'm proud for Mike. He's done such a great job coaching there. And, he pulled everything he could pull. The onside kick, he faked the punt. They hung in there. They did the things they needed to do to hang in there. We had chances to extend our lead during the game and just didn't do it. We didn't do a good job of red zone at times. And just really, really proud that these guys didn't get their head down and hung in there and found a way to win. Because that was a very difficult game to stay positive and keep your good body language and do the things you need to do to come out on top. And so proud of them. I think when there were 41 seconds left, we got the ball back and 2 timeouts, and I really thought we'd have a chance to score a touchdown. But really proud of Noah Burnett. He stepped up and twice late in the ball game had a pressure kick that kept us alive and gave us a chance to win. And I saw Drake May do some things tonight that are just unbelievable. I mean, he made play after play after play, including the 2-point play that normal people just don't make. So I think he has to be the best quarterback in the country. It's just amazing to me that he keeps doing what he's doing. So proud to sit here with 8 wins, proud of the guys. This will be one they'll remember for the rest of their lives on senior night. I did want to thank all the veterans because this is special that they allow us to have a free country. And so many people get away from their families, and especially around holidays. And we need to thank them every day instead of just thanking them on Veterans Day. But really appreciate them as well. Thought defense played great till we didn't. We were great till the end, and then we had to make a play on the 3rd down, had to make a play on the 4th down, and we didn't make it until we got in the overtime. And really, really proud of the guys that they were able to make the play to win the game. So the victory bell is very important here, and proud for the university that we get to keep it for another year. But again, can't say enough about Mike Elko and what he's done at Duke. And those kids fought hard. I told him to tell them that I was really impressed with the way they play and the way they coach. They've done a really good job. Questions?
Mack, some people are saying when you were talking on ACC Network here a few minutes ago that you were really emotional. Why were you emotional? What kind of drove you to the point where?
I don't know. You know, this happens all the time. Why was I emotional?
Well, yeah, just like
Jesus Christ.
like what made you swell up like that? I mean, it's obvious on the surface, but there's something inside that's deep.
I'm an emotional person that I try not to ever show you. But I did. I'm a crier, a screamer. I'm all the things that you think I'm not. And when you win a football game like this, you are so proud of your staff and so proud of those kids because that's what everybody's wanting to do. And you never know what's going to happen. If we'd won this game 31-14 when we had our chances to, it would have been, okay, that's a good job. These kids won a game down by 3 with 41 seconds left. I mean, that doesn't happen in your life. That doesn't happen. And it was unbelievable that the coaches hung in there and were positive, and the kids. And you're so proud of your entire program that they were able to do that because it just doesn't happen many places in the country. And it's what you want. You talk about toughness, you talk about character, you talk about culture, you talk about confidence. These things are hard to do. And I'm just so proud, even when they got in overtime. We weren't playing very good defense at the time, and they found a way. And that's what we said. I want 100% of their effort, and I want them to find a way to win. And they did both. And that's why I'm emotional, because I love those kids and what they stood for. And to see them in that locker room, that's why you coach. You coach because you want the kids to feel great about themselves. And I told them, this is something they can use as a father when they're having struggles in their family. They're having trouble with their kids. They're having wife troubles. They're somebody's sick, and it looks really bad. And they can step up, and this shows them you can do something when it looks like you can't. And that's the lesson that they learned tonight. It's much bigger than beating Duke. It's much bigger. And that's why I'm emotional, because everybody sitting there tonight would want their team to do what ours just did.
That's why I asked the question.
Yeah.
Mack, after the late touchdown, you mentioned how difficult it was to stay positive in a situation like that. Was it the usual suspects staying positive on the sidelines, the Corey Gaynors, the Ced Grays, similar to the missed field goal against App?
Yeah, and the coaches were great. The coaches didn't panic because they know this is really an important game. And they understand that at this university. And I've told them, the new ones, this is a game you have to win if you're going to stay here. And the players understand that too, but they were positive on the sideline, and Ced Gray was so emotional after the game. I think I saw him before I got on TV, and that was another thing that Corey Gaynor is sitting in there staring at the bell right now. I mean, it's they don't even know it's past midnight or care.
Were you thinking about the App game at all?
The what?
The App game, did you flash back to
No,
that
that was
one?
3 years ago. In my mind, it seems like. So I was thinking about beating Duke. That was it. Chip?
I was going to say, Drake kind of beat himself up after those two losses about not being able to get that fourth quarter drive. Just tonight, having two of them in regulation and then coming through in the overtimes. I mean, you've seen him play some big games before. Where does this kind of stack up?
Yeah.
Which what might be his last game here.
Yeah, Chip, the game he played last year against Duke, the 1 minute right before the half, and then to score with 13 seconds left was one of the best I've ever seen. And we don't block him, and he scrambles out to the right. He throws a perfect pass to Antoine Green. We won in overtime. We won in the first overtime tonight if we catch the ball. It's a great throw, and it's a perfect throw when we have to kick the field goal, and we just dropped it. I think he's as good as anybody I've ever been around. It's unbelievable. And I said that to the team in there. We have the best quarterback in the country. He is unbelievable, and just so proud of the way he played tonight. And he played with confidence, and he never even flinched. When there was 41 seconds left, and I said, hey, he said, we're good. We're good, Coach. We got this. And I actually thought we might score a touchdown instead of having to go to overtime. And we had our chances. Adam.
Mack, what was your view of the fourth down pass that Loftus hit to put them ahead with whatever 41 seconds was, I guess it was? Like, I mean, you guys look like you're in all-out blitz there. He hits the thing, and
yeah.
when you think all those field goals were going to come back to home at that point.
Yeah, yes. Yes and yes. I told Gene, and we've talked about it, I want to be aggressive on defense. And if you are, you're going to get the ball thrown over your head some. But I didn't want to run the ball, and it was a double move, and it was he got hit while he was throwing it. He made a perfect throw. In fact, I thought he played so well as a freshman under pressure. He did some really, really good things tonight. But I said, come man. I want you being aggressive. And I think the last play we came after. I mean, that's who we've got to be. We've got to be aggressive for the next two games to get where we want to get.
There was a timeout before that play. Did you say, were you in the same defense before that play, and then after the timeout, did you say?
No, you have one timeout in overtime, and we used it to see what they were lined up in. And then you regroup and look at it, and then they have a chance to do their call as well. But no, I thought we're being aggressive, man. We're coming after it. You can't be passive and win the game. He's onside kicking and faking punts, and we're coming after it. That's what you do. You're risk takers, and in that case, it didn't work. And it did work because we won the game, but it didn't work on that play.
When you juxtapose Noah last year, the NC State game, the Oregon game, and what he was able to do tonight, he's been doing it all year.
He has.
Why has he been able to do this? What is it?
I think you're.
What's that next layer that his?
Yeah. Sometimes in all of our lives, when you mess something up and it doesn't work out like you want it to, you have to learn from it and improve. And I had him talk to Justin Tucker, for instance, and one of the things the kids asked is, what do you do after you miss a kick? And I think Justin said, I've never missed one, which was probably true. I don't remember him missing one for me. But then Noah has put himself in this position so many times that he's kicked it like this all year and was a difference in this game tonight. I didn't get a chance to see it because it was so crazy out there, but I'm going to make sure that I find him fast and congratulate him on a great way to finish that game.
We got time for one more. Obviously, this was
We got time for 3 more.
you guys, had the early 12-point lead in the fourth quarter, and then you kind of from there went back and forth. How did, I guess, with this game and also the next couple of mine, what are some things that you think you guys can do differently to kind of, pull away, a little bit sooner in the game?
I don't have any idea. If I did, we would have done it tonight. We're up by, 13, and then they come and score, and then we have a 3 and out. If you ask me if I'd rather, I told the offense, I'd rather you go down and score and answer, and they had a 3 and out. That's how hard my job is. And they said, sorry. I got it, me too. I'm sorry too. So I don't know. I don't know what you do. You coach your butt off, and you try to stay positive, and you try to have the kids learn from everything they do. And you sit here and you've won 8 times, you've lost 2, and you kill yourself over the 2 and don't take enough credit for the 8. So that's what you do. There are a lot of teams that didn't finish right today and wish they won their game like we did.
Mack, I want to ask briefly, who's the first player that you found after the game?
Oh gosh.
If you
I think Sid, Corey Gaynor, those kids, because the students just were all around. I couldn't hear when I was crying. I couldn't hear the questions. I was just crying. But the students were all over the place. So thank you. Adam, did you have one, or Charlie?
Mack, you just won the game. You just talk about that court storm, that field storming by your fans. That had to be a great time.
One of this sounds a little crazy, but one of the things that young people love when they go to a university is to celebrate and party after a win. And I saw this at Wake Forest a couple of years ago when they were 10th in the country. I think we carried a goalpost down to Franklin Street against Georgia Tech in the early 90s when they were really good, maybe 94 or something like that. And to see I didn't even see them, but we couldn't even get off the field. And that's fun. That's fun for those students, and they'll remember this the rest of their lives, and that's what you want to do. You want to give them some gifts, and they stayed and fought for it, and competed for us all year. And love the fact that over time that we won right in front of them, and they made a difference in the game, so that was a lot of fun. Yes, quickly.
Coach Brown, I mean no disrespect with this question, but obviously Duke versus North Carolina always delivers in basketball. How validating is it for you as a coach for now back-to-back seasons for Duke and North Carolina to deliver on the football field?
Yeah, it's delivered 3 of the 5 years I've been back. The first year was 18 seconds when the game was over. Last year was 13 seconds, and then probably 7 when it was over, and tonight's double overtime. So it's a great series. These kids are going to play their tail off, and we've said you don't want to lose close to home because it smells, and you have to live with it. And that's important that you win this game.
Ready. Thanks, gang.